Quilters are a generous bunch that will make a quilt to mark an event, to soothe an illness, to express art. We come together as a community in times of need, always looking for a reason to give a gift of warmth. Quilters are not sewers, we are creators. We are givers and even artists. We love the process, the legacy, and the accomplishment, but mostly we love the story. Every quilt has one.
Hi, I'm Kat Conley, and I am a fabric addict. My quilt story is actually two quilt stories because my first quilt was two block of the months simultaneously. My friend Cindy, who is also the other grandmother to two of my grandchildren, kept asking me as I was approaching retirement, "Hey, do you want to sew with me?" And I kept saying, no, that doesn't seem like fun to me at all. To me, sewing would be work. And I honestly have no idea at that time what a salvage edge was or what bias even meant. So I kept saying no, declining, sorry. And she was at that time pretty into it, loved it. So a few months passed, she kept asking me, and I kept saying no. And one day she got smart. The holidays were coming, and she said to me, "How about you come over and we'll make some projects for the grandkids?" So she sucked me in and reeled me over to her house. And we made pillowcases and did one for all the little people in our lives in one day. So it was project done and finished. And they were so tickled to receive them that when she asked me if I wanted, in January, she asked me if I wanted to make some for Valentine's Day, I was all in. So we made those. And then she said, "Oh, the Fabric Patch is having an open house. Why don't you go with me?" And again, I wasn't that interested, but I went. And that day I saw two quilts, the Bel Canto, which is behind me, which I fell in love with, and one called the Floral Menagerie, which she fell in love with. And so we signed up for those as block of the month, and I bought a sewing machine. Well, it took a full year to finish these block of the months. The Bel Canto was pretty difficult. I'm really proud of how it turned out. The Floral Menagerie was, as you'll see, a little bit of everything. So I learned a lot about all kinds of things, flying geese and pinwheels and applique. And when it was finished, I fell in love with it. Well, one of my dear friends was going through some medical issues, and she saw my menagerie and she fell in love with it. So I ended up giving it away, and that is now her quilt. So I'm using Cindy's copy to show you today, but as most quilters do, I gave away my quilt. So that was about 3 years ago. I've made probably half a dozen large king size quilts, and I only own this one because I've given them all away to people who either just fell in love with them or were going through something and kind of needed some comfort. I've since that first machine stepped up to the Big Mama, which is embarrassingly overqualified for my skill level. But I have learned a lot in these 3 years, and I am addicted to fabric. I have to touch all of it. And I quilt on a regular basis now, and Cindy and I are thinking about going partners on a long arm. So moving on up. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.